An autistic boy was left alone with his baby brother, and by the end of the night, one was killed and the other was being sent to prison. Jacob was 17, diagnosed with autism and bipolar disorder, and that day his parents left him alone with his 1-year-old baby brother Joshua. By 8 a.m. their entire mobile home was on fire, like fully engulfed. Fire spread uncontrollably throughout every room, including baby Joshua's. Jacob panics, his brain goes into fight or flight mode. He runs outside screaming and banging on neighbors' doors asking for help while his brother is trapped inside. He tried to run back into the house, but his neighbor stopped him before he got hurt because no one knew what he was trying to do. No one knew that his brother was still trapped in there until it was too late. Baby Joshua suffocated inside that house with those flames and did not make it. By the time first responders arrived, they found Jacob sobbing while beating his head into the pavement in huge amounts of regret. But everything after that moved so fast that their parents didn't even have time to grieve one child before they were at risk of losing the other. He was interrogated for 5 hours without allowing his parents to be present. They called him a cold-blooded for changing his story a few times, as if trauma doesn't shatter memory and logic. And on top of that, being on the spectrum isn't very helpful when it comes to high stress situations. At first he said a space heater caused it, then he threw a pillow at the space heater, then maybe he lit up the pillow and threw it at the space heater. Was it confusion or was it fear of being blamed? Firefighters said there might have been 2 or 3 points where fires were started, lining up with his final confession about making fires in different rooms because he was obsessed with flames. But even his neighbors and parents vouched for him. They said that he would never hurt Joshua, ever. But despite all of that support, he was still arrested. Jacob pleaded guilty, but not to murder. He took a plea deal for involuntary murder and unlawful conduct towards a child. In the courtroom, he sobbed and cried. He broke down saying, "I didn't mean to hurt my little brother. He was my best friend," right before they sentenced him to 15 years in prison. But here's what nobody's really talked about. Jacob didn't serve the full sentence. He spent only about half of that time behind bars, and then they quietly released him in 2022 to go live with his parents. And maybe it was an accident, maybe it was misjudged, but please, can we ask, why was a teen with autism left alone with a baby in the first place? We really need to be mindful of the decisions that we make on a daily, because this one really broke my heart. Thank you for being here with me. If you are still here, it's always nice talking with all my crime-solving besties, even if it's through a screen. I love you guys. Be safe. Group hug.